So, what is a scale? I believe a scale is a set of rules that guide what you play whenever you sit on the piano to play. So the first rule I'll explain is the C major scale, or I call it the C major rule. What that means is that whenever you scale, the rule that applies is you must not play something outside these two. Yeah, at least for a beginner. You get to a level of expertise where you can add some things called minor to your notes, but the rule means don't play anything outside these white notes from C to C, right? And and it's not advisable as a beginner to break the rules unless you've gotten to some level of expertise and you've become a professional. Then you can break the rule once in a while and it will still sound nice. The thing about major scales is that major scales have a particular sound. When you hear it, you know it's a major scale. This is the sound. That's the C major scale. I'll go to the sound again. This is just a little bit higher. Let me go to E. So I just played the 7 major scales of the white key. I didn't play any of these. I'll play that later in this lesson. But there is something you should know that is common amongst all those. It's almost like singing a particular song but on different level. Then you go to the next one. The same song but just on different level, right? So that's the purpose of scales, to take songs higher, or bring it lower. People can decide to take songs higher or lower for different reasons. It could be that the singer wants to sing on a convenient level so it's not too high and it doesn't yell. It could be that the pianist wants to play with a key that is comfortable for his fingers, because different scales have different fingering position. Right? I like to think that the easiest is the C scale because everything is here. But for like a scale like the E scale, you have 2 above, 2 below, 2 above, 2 below, and it's really tricky to play with the E scale. So that's it. The shortest way to remember how to get those scales I just played, right, is to assess the C major scale this way. Like, you ask yourself, what's the distance between the first note of the C scale and the second note? 1 note in between, right? What's the distance between the second and the third? 1 note in between. And in music, when there's a note in between, that's called a whole tone, right? So this distance between here, the first note and the second, is whole tone. Whole tone. There's no note. In music, it's called half tone. So whole to first, second, whole here, half, whole, half, and you're back to C. So whole, half, whole, half. So WWH. That's what you use in forming scales. Let's form the scale, major scale of the C sharp now. Whole to here because we skipped this white note, right? Whole, because we skipped this. Whole, half. We're not skipping anything. Whole, half. You see, that's the trick we use. Let's do the next. From here, whole, half, whole, half. That's the trick you use. But after a while, you won't need to calculate it. As you play frequently, your brain just gets to know which keys belong to which scales, and becomes easy to play. So, for absolute beginners who really don't get the idea of what a scale is and what it does, this is what a scale is. There's a popular song, Mary Has a Little Lamb, and it is mi, re, do, re, mi, re, mi, so, mi, re, do, re, mi, re, do. That's how it is. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. Now, this is mi on the do scale. This is the C scale, rather, the C scale, C major scale. And take note, Mary Had a Little Lamb is on the major scale, so we are focusing on this now. That's mi, re, do, re, mi, re, do, re, mi, re, mi, so, mi, re, do, re, mi, re, do. Right? That's the song. Now, we obey the C major rule. I want us to try the C sharp major rule. The major scale for the C sharp is do, re, mi, fa, sol. So, mi, re, do, re, mi, re, mi, so, Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. See, I used a different rule or a different scale to play the same song. I just went higher. Now I can come higher again to the D. This is called a chord. To know what a chord is and to understand how chord works, you can watch my video on what is a chord. The link is in the description below. Alright? Now, this is how you play Mary Had a Little Lamb on this new rule of the D major scale. Right? That's a chord. Now we've played it on the D major scale. We can as well go up and play it now on the on the D sharp, also known as E flat. This is D sharp, this is E flat or D sharp. This is C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. Right? You can also say this is C, D flat. That's from this D you reduce it so it becomes flat. This is D, this is E flat, and this is E. So we are playing on the E flat now. Mary had a little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. We can come here. It's the same thing. We can come here. So all scales can play the same song. It's just that you're taking it higher and higher and higher, and it will have to involve different notes depending on the rule that applies and the notes involved in the scale. So basically that's how to play, that's the idea of scales. It takes songs up, it brings songs down. When songs go up gradually, it is called modulation. Right? I modulated from C to C sharp, I modulated from here to here, modulated from here to here. But when you just move randomly, like from here to here, you call it transpose. When it is not gradual, you go from here to here or from here to here, from a different scale to an entirely far scale, it is called that you've transposed. But when you move gradually up, it is called modulation. So just take note of that. Yeah. The C major scale is the scale you use in mapping out other major scales. You just use it to get the arrangement. Now, for the minor scales, the A minor scale is the scale you use in mapping out the rest because it is easy. A minor scale is just in front of you. While the C major scale sounds differently, which is this. It's like a happy song, right? hear the minor scales, how they sound. It's quite sad, right? Sad sound. Now this is the sound all minor scales have, and since the A minor scale is the only minor scale that has all white, it is the easiest scale to use to map out the rest minor scales, just the way the C major scale is used to map out the rest major scale, right? All you have to do is to map it out. Ask yourself, A minor, from here to here is a tone, half, tone, tone, half, tone, tone, okay, sorry, tone, let me go again, tone, half, tone, tone, half, tone, tone. So tone, half, tone, tone, half, tone, tone, or whole, half, whole, half, whole. They are both the same. So we can use that to map out the rest. For example, let's map out B minor. So B minor will be what? Whole, half, whole, half, whole. We've mapped out the B minor. So you use the A minor to map out the B minor to map out every other minor you want to map out. And after you play those scales, after a particular time of repetition, your brain automatically knows which note belongs to which minor scale, and you don't have to map them out anymore, right? Let me just quickly chip this in. I believe the best way to learn in the piano is playing songs. So if you want to really understand the scale, get a song that's played on that particular scale. Just go to Google, songs played on B minor. Get them, listen to them, and try playing them. The songs will teach you the scale. Don't go trying to learn them like this is this. Try to play songs using the scale. So that's just that. But there's something I want to point out. There's something called relative minor. So for a C major scale, the A minor is the relative minor. And why is it? It is the relative minor because all the notes that belong to the C major scale also belong to the A minor. So C is here to here, A minor is here to here. So all the white notes that play here also play for the A minor, just different sound and different feelings. So they are related because all the notes, they share the same notes, right? Now, there's a short way of knowing the relative minor of a major scale. You don't have to play to see if all the notes belong. So for the C, it is A. A is the relative minor, while C is the relative major of A minor, right? There's a gap there. 2 notes separates them. That's the trick. So for any note you find the note higher up, separated by 2 notes. That's the relative major. So the D minor scale, the relative major for the D minor scale is what? Is the F major scale. The relative major is the F major scale, while the relative minor for a G sharp major scale, you count 2 notes down, 2, 3, is the F minor scale. So up is for the relative major, 2 notes down, the relative minor, 2 notes up, relative major, 2 notes down, relative minor. That's very important. The last thing I want to talk about is the pentatonic scale. The pentatonic scale is gotten from the major scale. It is the first, second, third notes and the 5th and the 6th note of the major scale. So if this is a major scale, C major, the pentatonic scale for the C major scale is it sounds so nice. Do, re, mi, sol, la, sol, mi, re, do. Now, why do they have to bring out some certain notes out of the major scale to form another type of scale? It is because it was noticed that those notes, 5 of them, pentatonic, 5 means, penta means 5, tend to produce a uniquely sweet and beautiful sound. For me, I call the pentatonic scale the sweet scale because the sound produced by the pentatonic scale is so beautiful. And while learning the piano, I noticed that the F sharp scale is uniquely designed to favor the pentatonic scale. You'll understand. So this is the F sharp scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. Now, what the designers of the piano did was that they took down all the notes that doesn't belong to the F sharp pentatonic scale, and only the notes that belong to the F sharp pentatonic scale were brought up as black notes. So on any piano in the world, all the black notes belong to the pentatonic scale of F sharp, and that's fantastic news. What it means is that you can literally play a fantastic sound whenever you play the F sharp scale by just playing only the black keys. You don't have to go down. Most songwriters like to write their song on the F sharp scale because of this fact, right? And it makes a lot of sense. So you have do, re, mi, sol, la, so, mi, re, do. You can literally play anything on the F sharp scale and it will make sense. Just go playing rubbish. Whatever you play on the F sharp always makes sense. So that's just beautiful. If you know this, it will really help you. And my suggestion is, if you are a learner and you want to learn any of the black notes, C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, G sharp, or A sharp, start with the F sharp. It will be the easiest for you to learn, right? And it's just good to start learning pentatonic as soon as possible. You can't learn the F sharp without knowing pentatonic. You learn it unconsciously. Basically, that's it. And lastly, I hope this video was helpful, and if it was helpful, please share this video, please subscribe, please like the page, because it will really mean a lot to me. And watch this space.